Okay, guys, last skill, and now we're starting to get into some good stuff, okay? We're going to solve for x, and that's obviously that's the whole goal of all of our algebra stuff, right? Is to be able to solve for x. So I want to figure out what x is in each of these equations. And here's the big idea. Anytime you see a logarithm, we're probably going to end up rewriting it in exponential form in order to solve, okay? Almost all cases. Not all the time, but almost all cases, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I have log base 3 of x is equal to 4. That means 3 to what power gives me x? And the answer is 3 to the 4th power. But if you understand that I can just rewrite it by swinging this thing over, like we did in skill number 2 today, okay? And I can eliminate the logarithm, I can rewrite this as x is equal to 3 to the 4th power. Okay, well then that's pretty easy then. On my calculator, I type in what is 3 raised to the 4th power, and the answer is 81. X is equal to 81. 3 to what power gives me 81? 3 to the 4th power. All right, second problem, okay? This problem says if I swing it over and I rewrite it as an exponent, it says 2 raised to the x power should give me 64. 2 raised to what power will give me 64? And so you can either use the table that I handed out, or we can just go through and guess and check for now. I'll teach you a better way later on, okay? But for now, 2 to the 5th, not quite big enough. 2 to the 6th, aha. 2 to the 6th gives me 64. A little guess and check for right now will give me an answer. X must be 6. Okay, how about this? It's not written, so it's assumed that it's a 10 because it's log. And so whenever I swing this over, I can say that 10 to the negative 1 power gives me x. X is 10 to the negative 1, which is 1 over 10 to the positive 1. So x is just 1/10, or 0.1. Then the last one, okay, this one's going to give us a messy decimal. When it says ln, it's assumed that there's an e down there. So I'm going to take that e, I'm going to swing it over to the other side, and I have e to the 3rd power is equal to, now we can erase all this stuff, it's equal to x. So on my calculator, we can leave it as that actually. I'd actually be very happy if you told me e to the 3rd power, okay? But if we wanted to round it to decimals, or if for whatever reason decimals were in part of the equation, I would just need to type in e raised to the 3rd power, and it's 20.09. I'm going to have to round that 8 up because it's 0.85, right? So 20.09. So x is about, that's the symbol for about, squiggly lines, right? 20.09. And so if you're going to ask me which answer should I write down, I would actually prefer that one, but I understand if you get that one. Okay, I'm not sure how much I'm going to sweat it right now. We'll get into more details about this later on, and we'll figure out better ways to solve problems like this whenever we get to later parts of this unit. So hopefully that makes sense. That's all the videos for today. 4 big skills plus an introduction. I know that's probably a lot of videos, but understanding this is pretty crucial to being able to solve for x later on in harder problems.